What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with today's second video, and I'm really excited to bring a video on Ethereum today because we have tons of stuff to look at on the long term, and we're also going to take a look at the short term analysis at the end of this video as well. So make sure you guys stick throughout the whole video to make sure you guys see the long term and the short term. All right. If you guys are new to the channel and are enjoying today's content, make sure you guys smack the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my 2 videos or live streams every single day. Appreciate all you guys that take your time out of your day to press that button for me down below. Now, let's not waste any more time. All right, let's look at the weekly chart to start. I'm going to switch it up a little bit, look at the long term first. Now, what have we done on the long term chart of Ethereum? Well, you guys can see we have our weekly bull market support band, which is I have as the 10-week exponential moving average and the 20-week exponential moving average. And you can see ever since we started our way up for the bull run for Ethereum, it has acted as support, right? We bounce off the 10-week moving average or the 20-week moving average all the way up for every single dip. You guys can see right here, we kept getting support on the 10-week moving average. And then over here, right, we got support on the 10-week, and our wicks went right to that 20-week moving average. And you can see this dump right here, we went right to our 10-week moving average. And then right now, right, we're holding our 10-week moving average as support, right? So I think it is possible, right, that we could still continue dumping to that 20-week moving average. And that is currently sitting at about $1,130 USD. So we could still continue down to the downside. And I'm going to show you guys exactly why I think that is possible. All right. So if we look back on the RSI, let's look at our weekly RSI. You can see when we're in a bull market for Ethereum, we actually tend to pull back to relatively the same level or this green box on the RSI before continuing up. So if we look back over here in 2015, right, we can see we started in this green box, got our first initial pump up, right, and then we kind of oscillated in this green box until we dumped back to the downside below it, right, and then we right here we started our bull market, but you can see where we pulled back to on our first pullback in the bull market was right to this green box, and then we got another pump, pull back to the green box, pull back to the green box, and we got another pump to the upside, and then we started our bear market. All right, and you can see flipping on to now, right over here as we started our bull market, guys, right, we got up, we got our first dump is in the green box, second dump in the green box, pumped again, third dump into the green box, and as of right now we're still above that green box. So can we get lower? Well, I actually think that we will, and here's exactly why. Well, on this last dump here, you can see we did kind of similar thing where we got our first initial dump to the downside right here. We initially got support on that 20 moving average right here. You guys can see that. Well, look at the price action up here in our current price action right now, right? It looks very, very similar. Big red candle to the downside, and then we got really 2 candles trying to hold that 10-week moving average, and then we ended up moving back to the downside. You can see we wicked right here, right down to that 20-week moving average right there. So can we see something similar here? Are we going to see 1 candle, 2 candles, and then a quick wick down to the 20-week moving average and then continue up? Well, I think that's very, very likely. Obviously, if Bitcoin decides that it wants to pump tomorrow, we won't even see a wick down to the 20-week moving average. We'll just continue up. But I think either way, we're either going to get support where we are right now, or we're going to retest that 20-week moving average before moving on up, guys. And like I said, that's at about 1,130. So if you guys had a buy order, I would actually put it right at that level right now, and I think it won't go below that because that's our bull market support. You can see it worked out pretty perfectly over here in 2017, where you came back down to the 10-week, came back down to the 10-week, came back down to the 20-week, 20-week, 10-week, 10, 10, 10, and then dump, right? So you can see you hold that as support all the way up. It's pretty honestly perfect for Ethereum in general. You can see right here in your initial little bear market in 2016, you can see you got support on it. Obviously, you dump below it, but then you got support on it again. So critical support band here. And like I said, you could dump to that 1130 mark and you'd still be bullish, in my opinion. I'm not bearish until we break that level on the 20-week moving average. All right, but let's switch on over to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. And this is also why I'm super bullish in the long term on Ethereum, guys. You can see we're holding. You can see, obviously, if you guys are new to the channel, we talk about this all the time, but we have our rising channel for the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. And you can guys see the last 3 times we hit this rising channel support, That's when we got a major run for Ethereum against Bitcoin. Obviously, we had one fake out down here, but we ended up getting that run anyways shortly after. And you can see right now, we are holding that as support, and we're getting a little upwards price action here. So can we continue to see upwards price action? I think we will. I think we will honestly continue to see upper price action here for Ethereum. And Ethereum is due for that next run against Bitcoin here, and this one should be one for the ages. I think is coming up for Ethereum within the next month or two. Ethereum's going to see a massive run, as it's been kind of hibernating for the last couple weeks to months. If you guys have been watching my channel, we've been talking about that nonstop. All right, so that's the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. We're waiting for Ethereum to still start getting that momentum to the upside, but it looks like it's starting right now, and we should see continued price action here. Now, what you guys all have been waiting for, let's talk about the short term for Ethereum. Well, you guys can see right here, we're still in this rising channel. We just got support on this bottom of the rising channel. We got one touch there, two touches, three touches, right? And on the top, we've got one touch, two touches, three touches. So that confirms that rising channel for me. Or bear, it might be a bear flag as well. We'll talk about that going forward. But you can see you're really like right on that support band that I want to see for the 4 hour. You can see it was our resistance on the way down. It was holding as support. You can see right here, guys, holding as support on the way up. And then once we broke that, it was our resistance. Now, we recently got back into the band and above it, but we're still trying to hold that as support. Let's see if we can get back above that and continue back to the upside in this rising channel, guys. You can see on the 4 hour, we could be forming an inverse head and shoulders. You guys see this green line right here? That is the left shoulder, right? So if we did dump back down out of this channel, right, and then we round it out here and continue to the upside, you can see exactly what I'm talking about, right? We got our left shoulder, we got our head, and we're reforming our right shoulder there if we did dump back to the downside. And like I said, I think this is relatively likely, I think this is possible, if not likely, that we do something along those lines. Now, it might just be a quick wick before we move up, but that would confirm it for me. And if we did that, all you would need to do is break this relative neckline right about here for Ethereum, and then that would put you a measured move. Watch this, guys, a measured move from this to the top, and we extrapolate that at our neckline. If this does play out, this is pure speculation, this would put us right, you can see right near $2,000, or right near our relative local top here at about $2,000. So that lines up actually perfectly, and that's why I think this could be playing out if we do get a dump back to the downside out of this rising channel, which tends to be a bearish pattern. But that, like I said, guys, that's just pure speculation. Ethereum could just get a bounce off here, get back above these bands, right, and continue to hold that as support as we move up here throughout the next couple days. But that's really my short-term analysis on Ethereum. Wait to see if we can get back above these bands. If we get rejected again, right, like we did right here, like we did right here, right here, right? So if we get rejected again, we could move back down to the downside, guys. But that's the video on Ethereum. It's pretty much me saying don't be surprised if we go lower here, form our inverse head and shoulders reversal pattern to the upside, or if we actually eventually dump back down to about 1130. Don't be surprised if that happens as well. We did it back here, but I personally don't believe that we're going to be going this low. I think it's likely we hold this 10-week moving average, but hey, who knows? Who knows what happens, guys? No one really knows. It's just pure speculation. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, and you guys love Ethereum, you love altcoins, love Bitcoin, make sure you guys press the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my content going forward. I make 2 videos every day and live stream every day. I'll be live streaming today at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you guys don't miss that. And I'll see you guys in the live stream. Peace out.